Welcome back to the vlog. It's another rainy day, so it's another crafting day. Before we even start, I want to preface that my hands are dirty in this video. It is because I've been gardening. And when you see this video, that video will already be live. I'm gonna preface that. So we're headed to my sister's in a few days. And while we're there, I'm going to be making over a nursery. I'm calling it like a nursery corner because they live in an apartment and it's a pretty temporary space for them. They do plan to move in the next little bit, but we want to create a small space in their apartment where they can start to put baby's things and start to feel like that sense of nesting and like preparing. And this is also on a micro budget. Like, I wouldn't even call it a budget, I'd call it like a micro budget. I think I realized with my kids that when you get connected in the right ways, there's a lot of moms who want to pass on their things. And the moment I found out that she was pregnant, I've been sourcing, like connecting her with some of my friends who recently had little ones who are outgrowing some of their stuff. Same with us, like our little ones are outgrowing their stuff. So I've been able to collect a lot, clothing and carriers and toys and books and like all of those things. And I think a nursery is no different. Like I think we can use that same mindset of collecting, in this case, thrifting, yard sailing, finding on the side of the road. So like we're using driftwood in this makeover, like finding items and creating a beautiful space for very few dollars. I'm a believer that beautiful things, beautiful spaces don't have to cost a lot, but you do need to be resourceful. So I've already been sharing some of these pieces in past videos. I got these at a yard sale. I got these at a yard sale as well. And that was actually an estate sale. The fabric I'm using, the driftwood. And in the video, like the collecting the driftwood video, I did walk you through a bit of the vision for this space, but in case you're new here, I will recap it. My sister gave me like full creative freedom on this. I did have a call with her a couple weeks ago just to kind of get a feel for what she was needing from the nursery, like on a practical level, and also just like the things that she just did not want. A big one for them was no soft furniture. I did get fabric, but it has been washed in hot water. I think upholstery can absolutely be thrifted. This chair here, I got at a Restore, Habitat for Humanity store. I just did a good inspection of it and a deep clean of it. Margot Roth, she's a creator. She is always thrifting upholstery. And so like, it can be done, but I think it has to be done with care. But for this makeover, we avoided that. I'm a very visual person, so I've been making mood boards forever. I feel like I think I've had a Canva account for 10 years. So that's what I used for this. I first started her a Pinterest board and I put in a bunch of different nursery ideas, different themes, aesthetics, colors. I think I said like pick your top 5 and tell me why. Like tell me why you like those images. That really helped me to get a good read on what she liked. So coastal's the way we went, but I've been telling myself it's like coastal adjacent. It's not like hardcore coastal. It's more like just sweet little boy nursery with a touch of coastal. So the plan is very utilitarian, like what are the things that she'll need, and also taking in like the touches of blue. I mentioned this in a previous video, but she really likes the blues of a wave. If you look out at the ocean and you can see a wave and you can see like the different tones of blue. She was also very drawn to white painted furniture. And she also really liked the images that had like a dresser and then a change mat on top and then some type of shelving. And then like the underlying current of utilitarian. Is there a spot for the diapers? Is there a spot for the onesies? Is there a spot for the toys that could like neatly go away? So like the theme is very cozy yet minimal and very practical utilitarian with little nods to the coast. We leave to my sister's house tomorrow, so I'm working to finish up the sailboat. So last night I had my partner drill a hole into this piece of driftwood, and I like super Gorilla Glued the piece of driftwood in. I also super Gorilla Glued this extra piece on top. It just wasn't, and that glue kind of went a bit wild, but I think it kind of adds to the essence of it. Like it's a very rugged looking piece. And then I kind of got this on camera. I've been crafting so late at night, just we're in a season of teething, so my time to like actually get to crafting is often quite late. So I forgot to put on the camera, and I was just cutting away at my placemats. But I went with this vibe. I also made the pieces for a smaller sailboat, and I might do that too. I was just putting it together last night to get it off our counter, but I was thinking this could be a cute little kit in a coastal town to sell at like a tourist shop or something, and then a piece of driftwood in the middle. I think I might do this one up as well, but for the vignette I want to create above the change table. I needed a bigger piece, like a more substantial piece, so that's why I've gone with this version of the sailboat. I even find like it's lace, but it's still, to me, coming across like quite rugged. It feels like a flag that's been like in the wind. So I actually think it does work really well. I also, because I have my sewing machine out, I was thinking I might tackle the pillow with the dog. One of my sister's requests was to not have any like soft furnishings thrifted. I mean, to each their own. I feel comfortable thrifting pillows. I mean, I assess them. Like I could go and just order some brand new pillow insert, but I kind of want to source out a good company. I absolutely don't want to use like a feather or down-filled pillow insert. I'm like curious what's out there and available, especially here in Canada, for something that's more kind for the earth and the animals. So part of me is thinking like, do I make a pillow based on like a maybe measurement, like a generic measurement, or do I wait to source those inserts first? I'm gonna, I think, do the same pillow style that I did for these pillows, which is like that envelope style. It's such a fun fabric. I'm half thinking I just take the fabric with me, kind of plan it out with her, and assess from there. This is where I tend to go rogue on my projects, but I was thinking like, do I go just with like a white or an off-white? I mean, my gut's already leaning to this beige thread, but I was also thinking like maybe I go a little wild and I do like a red stitch. I also, oh, I'm torn. Navy could look really good too. And there's also white. This one's like a taupe undertone, and this is like a pink undertone, so they look a little bit different, but I mean, or I have a bobbin already made up of the beige. My partner the other day, we were talking about being stardust. I don't know if you guys have those like existential moments. We were just saying like, do you ever just like stop and think about it? Which by the way, I think about all the time, how we're basically stardust. And then he said, yeah, we're just stardust out here making problems for ourselves. That's not to like minimize the very real problems in our world and our society. I mean, I'm a social worker. I feel like that's not to be minimized at all. At the same time, it kind of makes the things that we think are like so big and so important, like what color thread, if I get the color wrong on the thread, it's really not that big of a deal. And I think it can relate to like other things too. I don't know, it just made me think like most of the problems in my day, like not enough time, and we're in teething season, so like the things that are coming with that. I'm just stardust, and I chose to make this problem for myself, so like what am I learning from it? Why would I have chose that? For some reason it like clicked my brain a little bit and it felt good to think about. I need to make sure I'm doing this right. Right sides together, so then when I open it up, it will look like that on the sailboat. It just looks cleaner, but I also think like because it's a rugged piece, that could have looked fine too. And then I think for this section, I am just going to loosely go around it. I wonder if part of the reason I'm into like this type of aesthetic is because it is so carefree. I could sew anywhere on this. This has been such a fun DIY, like a summer craft, or if your house is a coastal theme, like I would put this in my house, like my living spaces, not just in a little person's room. And I was also thinking like the kit, like you could do up little kits like this for like a birthday party. I remember the crafts I did as a little kid, and I still have some of them, like when I was little. So I also just sewed up the smaller version of the sailboat, and I did the stitch on the outside for these. I felt they were quite plain, so that added a lot to it. I also wanted to show you, so I've been thrifting for my sister. I had the intention to actually thrift quite a few things. I had found this shirt a couple months ago, and it looked like her style because she had sent me an inspiration board on Pinterest because we're gonna be doing a little photo shoot for her, like a little maternity shoot. Which, by the way, if you're pregnant, that is something, like, I'm so happy to have my pregnancy photos. I remember being so low energy the day that we went to do them, especially with my second, but so happy we have them and we actually made it happen, because I think sometimes it's hard to even remember being pregnant. That whole era is just gone in my mind, and so I love being able to look back at those photos. I was super out of focus there. I don't know how long, but what I was saying is I went and I thrifted her this shirt because we're gonna do a photo shoot together. So I kind of knew the maternity style she was going for. And I was saying, like, if you are pregnant or you're planning to be pregnant, I'm so happy that I went for maternity photos. It was just my partner who took mine. Like it wasn't anything formal, but I'm so blessed to have those. And the photos of my children's birth, like he also took those photos. They're like sacred to me because I think for me personally, like mentally, I was not there. I can like kind of remember being pregnant, but like not really, and it was only what, a year ago. I remember planning for the photos and like I was like, I want to go take these photos, and then the day happened and I was always so tired, and it was a very easy thing to like brush off, and I'm so happy I didn't. So we're gonna do a little photo shoot for her. And this shirt I saw it at the thrift store, and it really reminded me of the clothes that she was pinning as inspo. It's very, very bump friendly and like perfect for summer. And I also just love the little buttons. Also thrifted her this dress. I thought it was gonna be so bump friendly, just the style of it. But then I took it home and I tried it on myself, and it's very tight. This whole section here just feels very tight. So I don't think that's gonna work for her. It's hard enough to breathe with a baby bump. So I'm gonna have to go out and find another dress. But I also got her just a little like mama gift, this ocean bath mineralizing spa bar. It like instantly calms me. Antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, and healing seaweeds, kelps, and algae. And then I also got her, I don't know if you have tried this lip balm. I got one of these in my sock for Christmas, and they're so good. They're vegan, cruelty-free, not tested on animals, and really like inexpensive. I think it's only $7. This is the unscented version, but I highly recommend it. And it's one that like really feels good to put on. And I have the scented version, and I like the scent. It's not too fragrant. So yeah, I want to put those together with the shirt and just do a little mom gift. So the next time you see me, we will either be on the way there or there. I'm gonna head out to do some gardening. It is absolutely beautiful outside, and I'm not gonna miss this day. We've had so much rain. Plants are happy, but like I need sun. I need a little bit of sunshine. I also did some painting last night. I need to do a touch-up coat, like a final coat. I do like how some of the black shows through and it kind of picks up as blue, but I think I'm gonna put on a second coat, and then if I'm feeling it, sand some off. The mirror is coming along. I did have to go in with like a little paintbrush, but it was fine. I did it while I was watching a show. And yes, I have paint all over. This table is actually an old school desk. Like the reason I was drawn to it was like I want a place where I can just make a mess. Eventually when we get another top on this, I want to move this top into my office or my creative space, wherever that ends up being. Fresh, like